You're listening to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast.
Welcome to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast. And now your host, Meliss Jakubovic.
Hey, everybody. Today, I'm talking to you about content bins to rock your content strategy. I'm really excited about this podcast because for anyone who's struggling with their content strategy, this is part one of what you need to do in order to have a successful content strategy that makes a lot of sense to your audience, to your message, to your ideal target market. So the first thing that you have to do is understand what is a bin. A bin is like, think of different types of laundry baskets sitting on your bed. You have 12 different laundry baskets, and you are going to put different types of content into these categories and sort them into these bins. So one bin could be quotes and inspiration. Another bin could be questions that you receive often from your audience. And you want to create these bins and make them as full as they can be so that you have a content bank, a content library that you can always pull from when you are ready to use content. Some of the biggest things that people struggle with content is just not knowing what to post or knowing that they need to post, but having not planned it out in advance. They're just freaking out. What am I supposed to do? I know I need to post. Let me just throw something up there. And they're constantly behind. They're constantly rushing. Oh, I need to get something out. Oh, I got to do this. Instead, as a successful business, you need to have a plan and a system. So when you create that system, that strategy, you will be able to very seamlessly, continually posting your content consistently. Content needs to be posted consistently. And if it's not done consistently, it's just watered down. You're going to have a watered down brand. People aren't going to know if your business is actually alive. You know, if you ever been to a Facebook page and you saw, oh, their last post was from 2017, you're like, they're probably out of business. It's good for your audience for you to keep fresh content cycling through on a consistent basis because that builds loyalty. It builds trust. It builds relationships to know that your content will always be put out there. Think of really big rock stars like Oprah Winfrey, for example. She is constantly putting out content. If she were to stop putting out content for a couple of weeks, people would be like, oh, what's wrong with Oprah? Is she okay? But people have built that loyalty over time because they know she will continue to put out new content frequently. So you want to make sure that your content is consistent and you want to be able to engage with your audience. If you're not putting content out, your audience isn't going to come reach out for you. You have to take that first step as the business owner and they will respond. So in order to give them the opportunity to respond, you need to have consistent, high quality, very valuable content being posted on your pages. And the way to do that is to strategize and put out these content bins. We do this here in the agency in Meliss Marketing, and we have an awesome offer. It's our VIP day, our content strategy intensive, where you get to spend 3 to 4 hours with me, just you and I, or if you have a team, you can bring your team on as well. We would do a video chat and we spend these 4 hours breaking down your content, your ideal target market, what they need to hear, what types of content, the mode of content. Are you going to do it on Instagram? Are you going to do it on Facebook? Is it going to be on LinkedIn? Is it in a newsletter? Is it a blog? Is it a podcast? We talk about all the different types of content. You also get an entire system built out that you can constantly pull from, reuse, repurpose. And it is an amazing offer. So if you're interested in that, make sure you apply to work with our team and say that you are specifically interested in working on the VIP day for your content strategy intensive, and we will bump you to the head of the line because it's a special that we're offering this September, and we will bump you to the head of the line. We only take on a few clients every month, but this September, if you are getting the VIP content strategy intensive, we will bump you to the head of the line. We will take care of you and your business as if it were our own, and we will help you with all of this. So let's go back to the bins. These are the content bin ideas that you need to categorize your content. And then when you have time to batch it, you can do each bin at a time. So you pick one bin, you go through it, you sit down at one time, and you create everything in that bin. So this makes you more efficient. The first thing is your quotes and your inspiration. This could be images or videos, successes that you've had in the past, any transformations, any types of positivity. These quotes and inspiration are a surefire way to get people interested in what you do. The next thing is questions. So you collect questions from your audience, the comments that they have underneath your posts, the questions that they ask you when they respond to your emails, maybe even the questions they ask you on sales calls that keep coming up, or even your frequently asked questions. And these can be a content bin as well. Contests and giveaways, another great bin, because this boosts engagement, it increases your email subscribers. So you can think about what type of contests or giveaways that you want to offer to your audience. That draws excitement in. It makes people want to participate. Another one is podcasts. Podcasts are a great form of content. If you have your own podcast, putting out a podcast on a consistent basis, for example, Marketing Tips with Meliss, we have 2 podcasts that come out every week. Now, that is a lot of content. So if you're not at that stage in your business to put out 2 podcasts a week, then don't do it, because consistency is what is important. That's what's key. So if you can only do 1 podcast a month, commit to that frequency and do 1 podcast a month. Now, if you do not have a podcast, you don't want to have a podcast, or maybe you have that as a long-term goal, but it's not where you are right now, being interviewed on other people's podcasts is a great form of content for yourself, also for their audience, but also for your audience. So these could be interviews, spoken knowledge, recorded and sent out to your subscribers on a podcast feed. This is a great way to get your message out there. And the good thing about podcast is it's audio content, so people can listen to it not only at their desks and at work, but also when they're folding laundry or driving a car. Testimonials. Testimonials are a great content bin, because this showcases what people have said about you, about your product, about your service or your business. It lets people know that there has been success. It shows people what they can have as well. You can also share other people's content. And a lot of people don't know this, but sharing other people's content is really beneficial for your audience if you're sharing the right people's content. So, for example, I'm in social media. If I were to share something from Amy Porterfield or Gary Vaynerchuk, my audience would find that valuable. The information that's put out there is valuable. And if I share it with my audience, I'm building trust with my audience, saying, hey guys, I just want you to have the best experience that you can have. And I found this to be informational or important or interesting or whatever. And I want to share it with you. So it builds trust. And you don't need to think this scarcity mindset. Oh, if I share somebody else's content, my prospects are going to go to them. There's not enough business around. There's not enough money around. I want you to shift that to a feeling of abundance. There's plenty of leads. Leads are everywhere. There's plenty of money in this world that's being exchanged from one wallet to another. And you can get a piece of that as well. There's an abundance of clients. There's abundance of whatever it is you do in your industry. I work in the health and wellness industry. I work with several functional medicine doctors. Each one of them is unique. And people go to work with that specific functional medicine doctor because of what that functional medicine doctor does specifically, differently, uniquely to their business. Maybe it's their personality. Maybe they have something in common with them. So there's an abundance of everything. So I don't want you to feel I can't share other people's content because I'm going to lose the prospect. I mean, I could share something from Gary Vaynerchuk, and I'm not worried that my client is going to go work with Gary Vaynerchuk. In fact, I know that won't happen because he's just so big. He's so big now. The chances of him taking on one of my clients is like 0.00001%. But if I were to share his content, my audience would benefit. And that's what it's about. Sharing content is about getting your message out there that benefits your audience. So you want to share other people's posts that are already getting engagement from within your industry. And I want you to remember, you are not a content machine. You do not need to be creating content all day long. You need to be focusing on your zone of genius. So sharing other people's content is a time saver for you, which is a smart business decision. Lead magnets. Lead magnets are great pieces of content. These are the freebies that are easily digestible, pieces of information that people can quickly get a short quick win. They can succeed at something really quickly, and you can deliver it to your audience very rapidly. A guide, a PDF, a video series, an audio recording, a webinar. These are great pieces of content because it showcases your expertise, positions you as the expert, and gives tons of information away for free. Also, tips and tricks. These can be so helpful. Little hacks, little strategies in your business, any bit of helpful information that you can offer in a small dose is very, very beneficial to your audience. And also blogs. Blogs are a great content bin. This includes written content on topics that are related to your industry that you can include. You can put images in there. You can include backlinks to other articles or to past blogs. You can embed videos. There's a lot you can do with blogs. And the Social Marketing Academy, which is closed right now, you can join the wait list, socialmarketingacademy.org. But the next course that is going to be launching in the Social Marketing Academy is all about blogs and how you can monetize your blogs to make money, passive income as well. So check that out soon. It's coming soon. If you want, you can join the waitlist, socialmarketingacademy.org, and you'll get informed when that new course drops, Blogging to Make Bank. So these are the content bins. There are several more. You can even have a miscellaneous bin, things that don't fit into all these. But there are so many different types of categories you can use for your content. And I would suggest batching them, which means that you sit down maybe 1 hour a week and fill the bin. So if you have a quote bin, you could sit down for 1 hour and come up with all the quotes, create all the images that you're going to use in that 1 hour and have enough content for a full month. And then the next week, you can do an hour and fill the testimonials and go search for all your testimonials that you got, compile them up, put them in something like Trello, for example, and have a very big library, a bank of content that you can pull from whenever you need. Okay, I hope this helps, and I'll see you next time. If you loved this episode, head over to iTunes to subscribe and leave us a review so we can reach more people and share our content with those that can benefit most.
Thanks for listening to the Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast at www.marketingtipswithmeliss.com.
Oh, wait, before you go, if you think you'd like to work with the Meliss marketing team one-on-one, I invite you to apply for your first-class strategy call. This process is just as much an interview for us, seeing if you're a great fit for our agency, as it is for you, seeing if we are your great fit. Unlike other agencies, we only take on clients we know we can help. So if you think you're ready to get support with your content creation, lead magnets, sales funnels, and/or Facebook ads, let our agency help you take your business to the next level. Each month, we open up just a few spaces on our client roster for your opportunity to be able to work with our amazing team. Apply now at go.melissmarketing.com/apply, and we look forward to speaking with you soon.